me in the middle, so I was like talking to them for a sec. Perfect.
All right, welcome everyone to this October 16, 2025. It's 5:34. The first thing we're going to do, the open ceremonies. Can someone help me with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Everyone can please stand and face the flag. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Jimenez. So first of all, I want to introduce two new commissioners. The first one, Destiny Castañeda. Welcome. And second, Erica Turner. Welcome.
Thank you.
So it's a pleasure to have you guys here in the commission. Now we have a full commission, so that's a good thing. We'll move forward and we're going to go on with roll call, please.
Chairperson Lovano,
Present.
Commissioner Jimenez,
Present.
Commissioner Ulloa,
Present.
Commissioner Castaneda,
Present.
Commissioner Turner.
Present.
Thank you. All right, moving on. We're going to move on. Corrections to the agenda. Any corrections? We have no corrections? All right, the next thing is presentations. All right, no presentations. Moving on, public comments.
Thank you, Chairperson, members of the Commission. At this time, the general public may address the Commission or Committee on any items listed on the agenda, including items not listed on the agenda, which are referred to as non-agenda items that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Commission. Please be aware that the maximum time allotted for members of the public to speak shall not exceed 3 minutes per person, and state law prohibits the Commission or Committee from taking action or entertaining an extended discussion on a topic not listed on the agenda. Please show courtesy to others and direct all your comments to the Chairperson. And Chairperson, we do not have any speaker cards at this time.
All right, thank you. Moving on to consent items. The first was the selection of a vice chairperson.
Chairperson, item number 1 before you today is to fill a vacancy in the role of vice chair, just for the good of the Commission. As it is stated in the staff report, there is a vacancy for the vice chair due to recent vacancies within the Commission. The vice chair shall assist with facilitation, coordination, and communication of the Commission, and essentially fill in for the chairperson when the chairperson is not available. So at this time, it'd be appropriate for the chairperson to call for nominations for anybody that wishes to either nominate themselves or another member of the Commission to be the vice chairperson. After one is nominated, and if they accept, we ask you accept on the microphone. We'll do a roll call vote for that person.
Do I have any recommendations?
Yes, I'd like to make a nomination.
All right, go ahead, please.
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Oliver Jimenez to be vice chairperson.
All right, I'll second that. Then can we get Mr. Jimenez?
Thank you. Honor. I accept.
All right, can we get a roll call, please?
Chairperson Lovano,
Aye.
Commissioner Jimenez,
Aye.
Commissioner Ulloa,
Aye.
Commissioner Castaneda,
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
All right, so Vice Commissioner Jimenez, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, moving on to the next item, selection of ad hoc committee members.
Chairperson, Vice Chair, members of the commission, again, item 2 is the result of a need to fill some vacant positions on the commission's ad hoc committees. And again, for the public and our new commissioners who are aware of this when we met with them briefly before the meeting and previously, there are several subcommittees that this commission utilizes to work with staff more directly on issues related to the Recreation Department. Several of these committees are filled, but we do have 2 vacancies today. The Arts and Culture Committee, as the returners know and the new folks heard, the Arts and Culture Committee does advise on very specific items related to arts and culture within the community. Specifically, this committee has specifically gone over submissions for the utility box art program and made the selections for which art was displayed and installed throughout the city. So that committee has 1 vacant member. Current member is Vice Chairperson Jimenez and 1 vacancy. The second committee is the Programs Committee, which advises staff on specific recreational programs, not event-wise, but more programs like sports programs and childcare and different event programs, that the city facilitates. So at this time, Chairperson, you can open up the floor again for nominations for either starting with the Arts and Culture Committee, and we ask whoever gets nominated accept on the microphone as well, and then we could do a roll call for that, and then you can proceed to the Programs Committee with the same process.
Do I have any commissioner who wants to volunteer to represent this ad hoc committee, the Arts and Culture Committee?
I would like to nominate myself for that, for the Arts and Culture Committee.
I second it.
Can we get a roll call, please?
Chairperson Lovano?
Aye.
Commissioner Jimenez?
Aye.
Commissioner Ulloa?
Aye.
Commissioner Castaneda? Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
All right. Congratulations, Commissioner Turner. You'll be with Oliver and the Arts and Culture Committee. Moving on, the next vacancy is for Programs Committee. Do you have any commissioner who wants to participate in that committee?
I would like to nominate myself for the Programs Committee.
All right, I'll second that. Can I get a roll call, please?
Chairperson Lovano?
Aye.
Commissioner Jimenez?
Aye.
Commissioner Ulloa?
Aye.
Commissioner Castaneda? Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
All right, perfect. Congratulations. You'll be in the Programs Committee with Chacho. Thank you. All right, since we completed all the vacancies, we'll move on to staff communications, please.
Chairperson, Vice Chair, members of the commission, we are now on to staff communications, as you stated, starting off with grant applications. Number 1, so first of all, we did have both of these grants go to City Council for approval. I'd like to give a lot of credit to our senior analyst here, Lori Aguilar, who actually submitted the first one already, I think today, right, Lori? So if there's any questions, she'll be a better person to answer for these 2, but I'll present on these 2 items at this time. The first grant application, like I said, which was submitted today, is with the Game Time Playground Grant. And essentially, as you could see there, it's a 100% matching fund grant. And what the city and the park staff here identified was the oldest playground in the city, which is the City Park North Playground. If you guys have been around for a while, we know we replaced the City Park South Playground through a Kaboom project. So this is the last of the older playgrounds within the city. So that was applied for today. We expect to hear back shortly. They have a kind of a quick deadline to turn around. But again, we did apply for a matching funds grant. And essentially what that means is the city would have to match the cost of the playground, which the one that we applied for is just about $140,000. So we can get up to $75,000 in the match. The city's match for this is not coming from the general fund or tax dollars. It's coming from the Los Angeles County Regional Parks District Measure A annual allocation fund, which the city gets about $200,000 per year. So if this project is awarded, we will purchase the playground through Game Time, and then the city will be responsible to demo the old playground, install the new, and then provide ADA access to the playground. So we're hoping to hear back soon. I will go ahead and pause for that if there's any questions about the playground grant before we move on to the next.
I do have a question. The name Game Time, Is that just a general name for a playground, or is it a specific kind of playground?
Yeah, that is actually the company, I'm sorry, that's providing the grant, and they also make playgrounds as well.
All right, perfect. Thank you, and thank you, Lori, for submitting that grant.
All right, seeing no further questions, we'll move on to our second grant application, which will be submitted here in a couple weeks. Through the LA County Regional Parks District, like I mentioned, we get annual allocation money that the taxpayers give to the city through property tax allocations on an annual basis. However, they also have competitive grants as well. One of the competitive grants is what's listed here as the LA County RPUSD Regional Recreational Multi-Use Trails and Accessibility Grant. That is specifically for cities or other entities, jurisdictions within LA County to fund the acquisition, development, improvement, restoration, or rehabilitation projects that improve, connect, and protect regional recreational facilities, trails, and overall accessibility. Up to $4 million could be applied for per grant. That deadline is October 30th, as I mentioned, and we'll be applying for funding for Reggie Park. So for Reggie Park, the improvements include a walking trail, which is the biggest part of the grant, lighting for the trail, restroom renovation, renovating the existing baseball soccer field, installing a new baseball soccer field, and having the multi-purpose sports courts. So why this park was selected specifically, so the grant calls for connectivity regionally, right? So recently, we've also been awarded a similar grant for the Rio Hondo project off of Beverly, and because we're connected to existing trails, which is the concept here that we're telling RPUSD that we're looking at, Reggie Park is close to the riverbed as well, the Rio Hondo riverbed, and through Roosevelt, which connects through the park, through Calle Cinco and some other streets that connect to the park directly, 4th Street and Mines, we have direct connectivity to the riverbed. So we feel like our application is the strongest at Reggie Park because of that built-in connectivity. So we will be building a multi-use trail, if awarded, that connects the neighborhoods of Bluff Road, 4th Street, Calle Cinco, Lowhart, that whole community, through Roosevelt to the riverbed access that's already installed that the city did about 20 years ago and maintains now. So part of that is getting to improve the rest of the park, the baseball field, the restrooms, right, and the lighting at the park. So that's our application that we'll be submitting, and if there's any questions about that specifically, I can answer at this time.
I do have a question. So like the design for this, it's already planned out, or it's just like a proposition that you guys are doing for the grant?
Chairperson, do you mind rephrasing that?
Yeah, for this, is there already a plan that way develop it, or does this come after you get the grant?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm glad you asked that specifically because the city went through the park master plan process 4 years ago, and Reggie Park is one of the specific parks that we called out, and the trail and all these amenities are actually already called on that. So we kind of already planned it through the community input and council and commission. So we're just taking elements of that master plan and kind of bringing them to life. So we talked about it before with the pickleball courts, and we talked about it with the baseball field renovation. Those are components of the master plan, and we're just bringing those into application process.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
All right, no further questions. I'll be passing on to our Assistant Director, Veronica Maris, for the rest of the staff communication today.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening, Chairperson Luvano and members of the Commission. First item up for update is our upcoming State of the City event hosted by the Montebello Chamber of Commerce, scheduled to take place next Thursday, October 23rd at 5:30 at the Bella Verde Golf Course, specifically at the clubhouse lawn and patio outside. Tickets are available for purchase for this event still through the Montebello Chamber of Commerce website for $75 per person. Next one, please. This last weekend, we hosted a very successful event. We're very grateful for the team of professionals that we have within our Recreation and Community Services Department that assembled that event. Again, it was very successful, well attended. It took place over the 3-day span of October 10th through the 12th at City Park. We had an estimated attendance of 10,000 people during that time, which is a little bit better than we did last year and certainly a very good number. Featured at this event was a carnival, food and artisan vendors, live musical and cultural performances, community and information booths, which included city booths as well, offered by our department as well as the police and fire department. So we appreciate their participation and their support for this event as well. Of course, the highlights of the weekend were our 5K and Heritage Parade on Sunday. We hosted the 5K, 10K run on Sunday the 12th at 8 a.m. We had 949 participants this year, and just to show the comparison to last year, I believe we had just over 650. So we did very well. We opened registration earlier this season. We opened back in June. So certainly that helped with some of the participation, and we intend to grow that number, of course, next year. Just a little bit of a breakdown of what the participants did. We had 587 individuals signed up for the 5K, 204 signed up for the 10K, and another 127 kids signed up for the 1K, which of course is a free event. So it made for some really good participation, really good photos, of course. Everybody had a good time. Everybody received, if they enrolled, of course, in the run, they received a t-shirt as well as a participation medal as well. We have already opened registration for the next year with the hope of, again, increasing those numbers, and we have 40 people signed up so far. Immediately after the 5K cleared off the road, we started the parade, the Heritage Parade, that was at 10:30. We had a total of 70 groups participate in this year's event. That was a mixture of Montebello-based groups as well as six or seven local surrounding cities as well, so really good turnout for that. It, of course, kicked off in grand fashion with our fire department. They brought out every vehicle on the fleet, committed a lot of support to the event, and then it ended with PD at the tail of the parade. So again, a lot of participation, a lot of groups, also something that we're looking to expand in the future and start a little bit earlier in the process to help secure a little bit more entertainment as part of that parade, but certainly a good turnout all the way around. The event was sponsored by Adventist Health White Memorial, who is also going to be our sponsor for the Winter Wonderland event coming up in December. So a lot of good support there, a good event all the way around. And our next event is actually coming up next Friday. Hopefully you're enjoying that picture there. I'm sorry, next Saturday, October 25th at 4 p.m. at Grant Ray Park, and that will continue until 10 p.m. The highlights for this event include the haunted train ride, of course. We've added a new giant inflatable maze that's family-friendly for all ages. We introduced a puppet show last year, which was very successful, so we're going to be bringing that back as well. The trick-or-treating maze and a lot more. Essentially, every hour of the event is programmed. We do have the costume contest, which everybody should have received an invitation for. Hopefully you can join us for that and help us do some judging and select winners for various categories, including age groups and themes, and we're doing a pet costume as well. So we're looking forward to a lot of participation. One of the greatest things about this event in particular, in contrast to some of our other events, is that virtually everything is free, with the exception of any food for purchase. Moving on to the next event. After that, we will jump right into Dia de los Muertos and host the community altar that will be on Sunday, November 2nd at 4 p.m. at Juan Matias Sanchez Adobe Museum. The event will feature a community altar display, and the community members can start bringing their items to us on November 1st, and that can continue into November 2nd when the actual event takes place. It will also include live mariachi music, arts, and crafts, and the museum will be open that day as well if anybody would like to visit during that time. And then a few other special events to note. We have our Veterans Day ceremony at City Park taking place on November 11th at 11 a.m. Prior to that event, we will have a pancake breakfast, which is free, and all veterans are welcome to participate in that. They can just show up that day and enjoy a meal or breakfast with the community and then make their way over to the ceremony at 11 o'clock. We also have a city service Saturday, specifically at Lincoln Avenue, for a cleanup along the stretch between Lincoln and San Gabriel Boulevard. That'll be at 8 a.m. on November 15th. We already have over 100 volunteers committed, and quite frankly, we've yet to do a lot of advertising for it, so we're fully expecting that event to expand a little bit more in terms of participation. So to assist with that, our recreation supervisor, Susan Peoples, has orchestrated some shuttles to and from City Hall just to enhance convenience for everybody. So some creative solutions there to a very good problem. So hopefully you can join us for that and we can send more information as well. Additionally, we have our Winter Wonderland, as I mentioned, and our tree lighting on Saturday, December 6th here at City Hall. That event will take place at 3. There will be a tree lighting at 7 o'clock. We're actually working on bringing in like some fresh snow. We conducted some meetings with a group yesterday that can really come and enhance the space this year. So hopefully that is something to look forward to. It certainly looked very good as far as the demonstration went yesterday. So like I said, we have a really good team of staff here, always looking for ways to expand and enhance what we're doing here. So we're very grateful for that. But that, again, will take place on Saturday, December 6th, and more information will be forthcoming on that as well. That concludes all of my updates, and if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer those at this time.
No questions at this time. Thank you. All right, so the next item, renewal commission committee orals. Any of my colleagues want to have any communication that they want to talk about? Commissioner Jimenez, Vice Chair Jimenez.
Thank you, Chairperson. So before anything, I do want to officially welcome our two new commissioners, Commissioner Castaneda and then Commissioner Turner. Whatever we can do to help you to ease out the process of being one of the new commissioners, please know that you can count on each and every one of us. We have a great team here in Parks and Rec, so whatever we can do, please do let us know. And then, of course, I do want to take the time as well to thank Commissioner Carlin for his service to our commission. I know that we will still see him around. He's very active within the community, so I know that he's still going to do some kind of service to our community in whatever capacity that is now. And lastly, I want to wish our colleagues in our community a happy 105th birthday to Montebello. Today is our 105th birthday since we incorporated, so happy birthday to our beautiful city. Thank you.
Any other comments?
I'd like to give a very big thanks to the Parks and Rec Department and the rest of the commissioners for the good work and the very fun Heritage Festival over this past weekend, as well as to give an additional welcoming to Commissioner Turner and Commissioner Castaneda. We really welcome you guys here. Thank you.
And I want to end it with also thanking Commissioner Carlin. I know he's very committed to the city and whatever he brought to the committee when he was here. It was meaningful. He brought out good points, a lot of good questions, and like Vice Chair said, I'm sure he's going to be doing other stuff in the community. Thank you. I think that's all for today. We're going to adjourn the meeting. Thank you.